Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer is one of the summer's most anticipated movies. A dramatic tale about the secret project that created the world's first atomic bombs.
I don't know if we can be trusted with such a weapon. But we have no choice.
It's also history that intersected squarely with a famous figure from these parts.
A short time ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima and destroyed its usefulness to the enemy.
The Harry S. Truman Presidential Library and Museum in Independence has lots to tell us about it.
We go straight to the atomic bomb material. Well, there's one item that's above all others, and that is the safety plug that was part of the Nagasaki bomb. The engineer, Philip Barnes, who donated the plug to the library, would take out the green plug, put in the activating plug, which was red, and then the bomb would be dropped. The safety plug's purpose was so the bomb would not explode on the plane. Philip Barnes is the engineer that takes that out. He's got his engineer's fingerprints on this plug. It's a stunning piece. Sometimes small objects have a big story.
Here's the amazing thing. Truman had held office less than 4 months when he made the decision to authorize using the bomb to save the lives of American soldiers. As vice president, he hadn't even been told about the Manhattan Project. Less than 2 weeks into his presidency, that changed abruptly.
We've got the letter here on display that talks about where he's introduced to that topic by the Secretary of War, Henry Stimson. So he said, we need to sit down. We've got this highly secret matter. It could change bearing on everything. So it's a really significant document.
The museum also displays other significant correspondence, including an account from General Leslie Groves on the first test at Los Alamos. Truman was in Germany at the time.
He's meeting with Stalin and Churchill at the Potsdam Conference, and he receives this report. And the last page of that report is a handwritten sketch from a B-29 of the first atomic bomb cloud. So we got a really good sense from Groves of the immensity of the bomb. A couple of eyewitnesses contributed to that report as well, describing the shape, the color, the explosion, how far it went, how it exceeded all expectations.
That sounds like a pretty rare piece.
It is, and it's here.
The devastation unleashed on Japan in August 1945 is displayed here in unflinching detail, just a few feet away from a gesture of peace. These images of origami cranes were inspired by the story of Sadako Sagami, a Japanese girl who folded more than 1,000 of them after surviving the blast at Hiroshima.
This is one of the last cranes that she folded. She ultimately died of radiation sickness, but her brother is still alive, and he donated it to the library in 2015. We're not there to tell people what to think, how to interpret the material. Our exhibits are the same way. So our mantra is, you do the research, you come look, you examine, and you decide. And that's probably the best way for a presidential library to operate. We have a short introductory video, and at the end of that video, it says, what in Truman's past prepared him for the presidency? And that sets up our whole exhibit display. That's kind of a theme for our exhibit. But when it comes to that day when FDR dies on April 12th and he becomes president, when I give a tour, I say, actually, I don't think he's prepared, because there's so much on his plate. Wars going on in Germany, wars going on in Japan. People are talking about creating the United Nations. The world is in ruin, but he does it anyway. He makes the decisions, he doesn't look back on those, and he forges ahead. And so when we talk about whether he's prepared for the presidency, no, but who would have been? Who would have been prepared for these 4 months? It's impossible.